The annual Griot Drum Awards is just around the corner. It's an event for us and by us to celebrate Black excellence in journalism.
So in today's episode, we have a very special guest who will explain everything you need to know about the event.
Finally. Welcome. Welcome. It is a great day in the Rooted in Progress studio. Why, you ask? Yes. Why do you ask? We have our favorite host back in the building with us today.
Oh,
Deanne, we've missed you.
I missed y'all.
Yeah, how are you?
I can confidently say I am blessed.
Man.
I am doing the best I have ever been in a very long time. So I am great. And I mean that. I know we ask people that all the time. Oh, I'm good. And I can 100% confidently say I am well.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. It feels good to say it. It feels good to walk it and mean it.
Yeah.
I think for a very long time, I walked it and never meant it.
Yeah. As a lot of people do.
Yeah.
You know? So hats off to you for taking a stand.
Thank you.
And really putting one foot forward and taking care of whatever it is you dealt with.
Yes.
We're happy. We prayed for you. People were asking about you. You're glowing. Glad to see you back, man. Glad to see you back.
Thank you.
So.
I am happy to be back. Seriously. I would say probably about 2 weeks out from my leave when I knew I was like about to come back. I was like, I'm ready to go to work now.
Yeah.
Like I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So many people have been asking what I want to thank all of the viewers for staying with Rooted in Progress through this time. I would like to personally honor and thank you, Terrence, but more importantly, I need a round of applause for my girl, Naisha Harper.
For sure. 100%.
Naisha has done a phenomenal job. You all know, especially our loyal Rooted in Progress viewers, she leads this project behind the scenes, but she took on probably like 9 roles in my absence, including sitting in this very seat. This show would not be here without her.
100%.
So thank you so much, Naisha. Thank you to Terrence. We cannot forget our good old producer who also, Naisha took on 9 roles, but Kristen McKay, our producer, took on about 7, 8 too.
In addition to their regular 2 news shows that they produce.
Correct.
Each and every day. So there were some challenges. We were down a person. So, I mean, it may sound simple to you guys, but even just having to go get a guest out of the green room and bringing them into the studio, you know, we were scrambling, you know, getting someone, just random person to say, hey, can you go grab this person out of the news green room and bring them up here? So with all that being said, you know, hats off to everyone for stepping up.
Yes.
But most importantly, we're glad that you are here. You're back. You're smiling. Let me just ask one tough question. How hard was it to wake up that first day back? Because I'm sure you wasn't waking up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning while you was out.
And was not. Many nights I was going to bed.
Yes.
No, it actually wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I think because, like I said, I was mentally preparing for a while, but then I actually physically prepared, especially the weekend leading up to coming back to work. I went to bed at an actual decent time. I didn't wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I'll say because I was able to go to bed at a decent time, had a nice smooth Sunday, meal prep, did church, all the things. I was perfectly fine when that alarm clock rang. I was like, time to go to bed. Now there's a hilarious video I'm going to be posting on my social media at the end of the week. That's tomorrow. And I'm going to do a reel of like my first week back. My dog was like, girl,
what is going on?
Not back to this ghetto mess.
Right.
He was looking at me like, who did it and why are we here?
Yes.
But no, it wasn't. It was perfectly fine. I have been good going to bed. I've been feeling great waking up. So, but now I'm here. I'm so happy to be back with Rooted in Progress.
Yes. Well, great. We're glad to have you. And we're going to dive right into today's topic. It's the Tampa Bay Association of Black Journalists.
Yep.
Right. Bam. Look at Marilyn looking at me side-eyed. So they have your annual awards coming up next week, the Griot Drum Awards. And we're going to introduce our guest. So
let's do
go for it.
You know her.
Yep.
We love her. Y'all love her, especially at Channel 8. You know what I mean? All of our loyal Channel 8 viewers. Marilyn Parker is in the house with us today. She actually serves as TBABJ's secretary, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
On the board, doing all of the amazing things. So, Marilyn, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Round of applause for you too, Marilyn.
Thank you.
It was great to walk in here and see Marilyn. Like, I'm like, okay, this is how you come back. And come back to your people. Right. So that was amazing.
It was great to see you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You are sought after. So everybody, I want to shout out my church, Bethel Community Baptist Church, because in your absence, every Sunday, where is Dan? And I'm like, let her rest. Let her have this time. But no, your impact in this community is so amazing. It's so awesome. You're really glowing.
Yeah,
like
you
I
are.
love this, ma'am. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. I feel that way as well. So I appreciate you. And tell all your church folk I said, hey.
I will do so. I will do so.
We also have Miss Kenya Woodard.
I think Kenya had to go,
she
guys.
dropped?
So, yeah,
No.
Dang.
Kenya is also part of the association, so she was going to join us. I know she did. She was on a tight schedule, and she said she may have to leave early. I didn't think it would be like 4 minutes into the show. But shout out to Miss Kenya Woodard for at least joining us for the few minutes that we had her on, even though you guys didn't see her. We did. Thank you.
Yes. Kenya. Well, Marilyn, let's jump right into it. So Tampa Bay Association of Black Journalists, also known as TBABJ, right?
Yes.
You recently became the secretary. I just want to talk about what your experience has been like so far working with TBABJ.
So what I can say is that we know as being journalists in this industry, having community and having people who you can talk to and rely on and having a source of support is so important. Yeah. We know that from being a part of the National Association of Black Journalists, right? Going to that convention every year, being on some of the different events that they host throughout the year. And so when I came back home to this area, I knew I had to get involved. I knew I had to jump right in. And you and I were at that.
I was going to say, I played a little small part.
You did.
Just a little small part in that.
You did.
Because there was an event going on? Or no, it was like a social or something.
We went to the place that is next to 7th and Grove.
Madam Fortune, yes.
Yeah. We went to Madam Fortune. We all had brunch. We talked about the things that we could do for the organization. And from there, it was liftoff.
Yeah.
And so from there, it's just been, I really have to shout out the woman you all see on your screen right now, our president, Sandra Webb. She is boss lady.
She is.
She is a boss.
Yes.
And so the way that she has taken on this role of being the president of this chapter, she does not take no for an answer. And if it is a no, she's going to find a way around it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because I gave her a no and she found a way around it.
But she's dope. She's a leader. She's incredible. And, having this organization, again, the support that you get internally, but also being able to branch out into the community and say, we're here to support you. We want to share your stories. We want to know what it's like and highlight these things because our stories consistently matter.
Right.
And having this organization is imperative, I believe, to the way our world looks and the way that we support the people who are trying to do the work. So,
Well, and speaking of Kenya, she's back. Kenya, how are you? You scared?
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. You scared us for a minute.
It's a wonderful thing, and it's also a headache, right?
Oh,
As you guys are getting ready to turn to me, my Zoom went completely frozen.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Murphy's Law, right? Murphy's Law.
Of course. Well, we are happy to have you. Can you share with the folks, one, you've been a part of this community for quite some time doing incredible journalistic work as well. Share what you do for the community, but also talk about your role with TBABJ.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if we have enough time for all of mine.
We do. We have 42 minutes.
But let me talk to you guys about TBABJ. This is an organization that is just so very dear to my heart. When I first moved to Tampa in 2010, one of the first things I did was reach out to the president at the time. And actually, I reached out before then. I got a job interview and I didn't have anywhere to stay. And so I reached out to her and I said, hey, I'm going to be in Tampa for a job interview. Would you mind me crashing on your couch for just overnight? And she was like, absolutely, no problem. And I have been rocking and rolling with TBABJ ever since then. I don't want to be cliche-ish, but we are a family. We do so much to ensure that journalists who are in the area have the support that they need for not only professional, but also for, personal, social. We get together, we have fun, we do things, but we also do the work to help promote good journalism in the area and the communities that we cover.
Why do you feel like it's important for this organization to exist?
Oh my gosh. Again, you don't have enough time.
Yeah.
But let me say, now more than ever, and I know at different points in time, someone has definitely said that phrase, now more than ever. But honestly, now more than ever, TBABJ matters. We are the organization that, pretty much ensures that there is unbiased coverage of communities of color in the area, that Black reporters are able to get recognition for their work, that they're able to progress in their career as they would like. It's just so much is necessary, and so much that we do is necessary right now. And so I'm just glad that we're still here. We've been here for over 40 years.
Wow.
Had different iterations. We've looked differently over the years. But the one thing that has been consistent is our advocacy for our membership, and also the promotion of good, unbiased journalism for the communities of color here in the Tampa Bay area.
Wow, yeah, that's good. So I've been a part of TBABJ for probably 3 years now. Maybe not as active as you guys. But
I was like, this news to me.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, honestly, I have, but not as active. And actually, real talk is, I think I joined in 2021, shortly after COVID. So, meeting in person was low. So, but it has taken a turn for the better over the past couple of years. You guys are very, very involved in the community. Let's just talk about, just far as, do I have to be in front of the camera to be a part of this organization?
No. Here's a really big one. You don't even have to be a journalist to be part of TBABJ, right?
Because there's like PR, like professionals in communications, PR, currently even in the chapter, right?
Yes. Educators. We have had folks who are just, they describe themselves as just writers, poets, spoken word artists. Like, we have had a number of folk who are not journalists to be part of this organization. And that's just because they believe in what we do. And not only that, but also because we make an effort to make sure that we let other folks know, hey, if you're looking for community, you can find it here.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've always, to my knowledge, we've always had an open door in terms of membership, business folks, entrepreneurs, educators, all kinds of folks have been part of TBABJ, and that's made for a really great organization. The reason we have been around as long as we have is because of our membership and folks believing in our mission.
Yeah.
Speaking of membership, Marilyn, let me kind of go off here. Okay. So I've technically been involved in TBABJ since I was a student at USF, like more than 10 years ago. And for me, it was when I was a student, I was able to be on the receiving end of all of the good as far as the scholarships. I got a scholarship all 3 years at USF from TBABJ. I also was able to attend the Griot Drum Awards all 3 years when I was at USF, free of charge, because people like Rod Carter would pay for some of the student journalists to actually go and attend the Griot Drum Awards. So then to come back, right? And TBABJ was kind of quiet because COVID had happened, right? Yeah. And so all I knew was I got here, Jasmine Stiles was the current president. She's like, I need you to host this year's thing. And I'm like, I got you, girl. And then it just kind of like got silent, right? But in Maryland, when we went and we met at Madam Fortune, we kind of saw it kind of revived. So talk about what that has looked like, particularly like in the last, year or 2 years after there was kind of that lull because of COVID.
I'll say what it looked like to me was a lot of intention coming together and saying, hey, we need to do this.
Yeah.
This is necessary. This is something that we know impacts communities. It drives communities. And so when you have intention and when you have people dedicated to the cause, then it comes together. And like I said, again, shout out to Sandra Weathers, because she's holding it down and she's making it work. Some people wouldn't think that, Griot is going to come back, as fast as this organization has kind of revamped itself. But No, not under this president.
Yeah, no.
And I think that was
seriously.
one reason why my attendance kind of lagged, because, like I said, it was coming out of COVID. Yeah. And it was just a few attendees. I mean, it might have been 3 people in there at times. And I know the current president at the time, I can't think of her name, but was just struggling to get volunteers, to get people to help out. So I can't remember. Yeah. So it's it warms my heart to know where this organization is today, and that the future is bright for this organization, 100%, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited, especially to see Griot Drum. And I think I was on the phone with my sister, or maybe my mom, and I'm like, Griot Drum used to be that girl. Like, you wanted to be in the building. You wanted to be at this award ceremony because, one, you wanted to be filled and feel that support and that community that y'all were talking about. But it was also just good. I mean, the mayor would be there, your city council members, your county commissioners. Like, it was such a well sought after event. And you could tell, like, after COVID, it was like, man, where's Ben at? What's going on? And for folks who are listening and who will hear this and watch this a little bit later, TBABJ, the Tampa Bay Association of Black Journalists, is a chapter of the national arm of this organization, the National Association of Black Journalists, which has been around since 1975. I just looked it up. And so this is something, TBABJ is just a branch of the overall message and the overall goals that NABJ is trying to do across our country. Marilyn, if both of you all can kind of speak to, from a national perspective, what's NABJ trying to do right now? Because, like Kenya said, we need it more now more than ever.
I actually want Miss Kenya to go ahead and answer that first, if that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll do my best. So I'm active national and locally with the association, and then have served on several committees for nationals as well. I can tell you that the mission for nationals, which is celebrating 50 years, has never wavered. It has always been focused on getting, it's multi-pronged, but in short, getting more Black reporters in newsrooms to cover, cities that, reflect what they should, what they look like. The newsroom should look like the cities that they cover. That's always been, mission number one. And then also making sure that that coverage is, as fair and balanced as it possibly can be. Making sure that there are multiple voices heard at the table, in the newsrooms, in the stories. Just making sure that the journalism that's being done across this country is as good as it should be when you have, everybody who makes up this country in those newsrooms. Right. So, it's just always been very focused and singular on that. It's never wavered. Probably one of the reasons why I've been a member as long as I have. I won't say how long.
Don't tell the people.
Listen, Deanne, you was running down your time at USF, and I was like, yeah, I remember that. When you got the scholarship. You start doing the math, and it's like, wait a minute.
It's just starting to add up.
Scary. Right. So anyhow, but yeah, and so now, of course, the political climate and whatnot is very charged up. NABJ is still as focused and as important and as necessary as it has always been since it was founded 50 years ago. Yeah. Its work and its mission has not changed.
Do you feel like there's as much support today than it was several years back, or even when it first started? Where do you see this organization going in the future?
It's probably full steam ahead, how it's been. I mean, in order to last 50 years, you've got to have something that folks connect with and they see as relevant and valuable every year, right? So that's the thing. NABJ will always be what it is and what it has become. I don't ever see that changing. And so that is something that appeals to folks like myself. And then remember, just like TBABJ, NABJ is thriving because its membership is so diverse.
Right.
All kinds of folks from all kinds of professions make up NABJ's membership. And so it's been doing really well to retain folks who believe in its mission And then they also see that they get something valuable out of their membership. And when you got those two, you can't really lose.
Right.
You were able to see that, especially this year at the convention, which, by the way, so we had Marilyn on during the convention, which was a very heated one.
That was one of
President
our first
Trump
episodes.
was there.
Yeah, last year.
One of our first episodes, one of our most popular episodes, actually. What was the climate like then?
Hot.
Yeah.
If I can put it in simple terms, it was hot. It was hot. And you look at the way how long has that been?
That was what, August?
A year. So
No.
Yeah, that was
that was last year.
That was last year.
Yeah, it
Last
was
year's was
year.
in Chicago.
And yes, that's what
Okay.
it was.
Right.
Yes,
So that was last
Chicago.
year's, not this year. Excuse me, last year.
Yeah, and so, but look at that, and look at where we are now.
Yeah.
You look at the different stories that have come across everyone's headlines, and we revisit that conversation when we were saying, should President Trump have even been there? I think that was a lot of people's concerns. But when you look at it from an ethical standpoint, some people would say, yes, absolutely. He is the president of the United States of America. And within that campaign, a lot of people knew what came from it. However, that does not mean you push others out.
Right.
Because if you flip the script, we've been in situations where we've been pushed out of conversations and not been able to have them. And so thank you so much, garnering perspective and looking at how far we've come since then, I think we go back to the statement that was already made. Now more than ever, it's important for us to be in so many different rooms, telling stories, garnering perspectives, understanding each side of every angle possible, and exposing it. I think that was all of the message from that time and now on. And we have to obviously be able to garner all of those conversations and say, look, this is why it continues to be important. And this is why we want to honor the journalists who are consistently doing the hard work. That's why Griot is here.
Hello.
We have to honor each other. And I feel like as journalists, we get so caught up in like, oh, I want to apply for Emmys and I want to bring home these Emmys and all these big names. No, baby, what are you doing in your community? And what organization is going to shout that out? And that's TBABJ.
Yes.
Period. We've been the consistent recognizer, if you will, of good journalism across the board. So, and I got to emphasize that because we've had reporters, editors, producers, folks of all backgrounds to submit their work and be recognized and honored. Good work is good work.
Well, speaking of awards, I'm gonna have to cut you off real quick, Kenya. I'm sorry. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back and we're gonna dive deeper into the Griot Drum Awards. Stand by, folks.
Are we back?
We are back. We are back in the WFLA studio.
That was it.
All right,
Rooted in
I didn't even.
progress.
I sat back for a minute.
That's our new break. Deanne's new to that. We got breaks now. So we
got breaks now.
For us, it's literally a dip to black 3 seconds maybe, and we're back up. So there's no time to wet your whistle or whatever. So
what a break.
So we're here with Kenya Woodard and Marilyn Parker talking about the Tampa Bay Association of Black Journalists and the Griot Drum Awards.
Yes. Next week. Next Thursday.
Yes.
Next Thursday, a week from today.
Today.
A week from today.
Yep.
All right. Give me a live shot, Marilyn. What do we need to know? We have 8 on the sides, Marilyn Parker, live in Tampa right now.
Listen, my shift doesn't start for another few hours.
Tell us a bit about the Griot Drums. I want to start with the basics first, as far as, where it is, what time. Are tickets sold out? Can people still come? Give me those details first.
Okay, so the tickets, if you didn't get them, we're going to have to catch you next year.
Dang. Man.
Which that's a punch, that's a punch in the, throat, but it's great.
It's a blessing.
It's great at the same time.
Yeah, that's a good thing,
We're
right?
super excited about that, right? Right. And so if I can, I'll give you some background on Griot, okay? So in West Africa, a Griot is a person, a member of an organization, a group, and they're traveling poets, they're musicians, they're storytellers, and basically they maintain oral history. And so with that in mind, TBABJ hosts the Griot Drum Awards to honor those who maintain that oral history. Like I said, it is West African.
Yeah.
And the annual banquet. So we're honoring people, the journalists in this community. We're highlighting good work. It's local media awards, and that competition. We have a guest speaker coming in. If you all are familiar with the beautiful Emerald Morrow over at Tampa 10, Channel 10. Yes, she is the MC.
Oh, okay.
So super excited. Yes, she's incredible.
She is.
A highly decorated, awarded journalist. She's thebomb.com too. And so also we are awarding students scholarships. The scholarship program is very, very important. And also, if I can, if I'm not mistaken, there is a very well-known podcast that's been nominated in one of the categories. I think it's Rooted in Progress.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
I think.
I wasn't going to say nothing, but
if I remember correctly.
If my eyes serve me correctly, I did read where Rooted in Progress has been nominated for an award.
That's what they say.
We're so honored.
Yes.
We are so honored.
We are.
Because the Emmy skipped out on us this year.
Yes.
Their loss.
Yes.
Their loss.
But like you mentioned, right? I think a lot of journalists, you go after those big name awards, right? And then you kind of forget about the local and like who locally is championing and supporting and honoring the people who are on the ground doing the work in their communities. Because when you look at those national awards, right, those people don't really see, they see a small little snippet of some work that you are doing, and they judge you based off of that.
Right.
Whereas the people in your community, we support each other. We see each other's stories. We give each other stories. I've gotten texts from Kenya with story ideas, and Sandra with story ideas, and we support each other. So you actually truly know, are you really doing that work?
Yeah.
Right.
Or you just did it for that sweeps piece to get this award.
Yes. I like to say that, the big awards, they see you, but this community feels you.
Correct. I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that separates the work.
Yeah.
Let's really get into it.
Yeah.
Because you can break your back to have that shiny gold piece on your couch at home, or on the desk at home, but who has a Deanne King in their neighborhood who they know, who they feel, who they relate to? Who has that organization that is consistently backing you and wanting to support you? We have that. You know what I mean? And so I think that speaks volumes. I don't, the Shiny Awards, it's great. Because we do hard work, you know what I mean? And we want to be honored for it, but I don't think it amounts to a community knowing you and feeling you and knowing that I can count on you to consistently show up and be all you can be to represent the community.
So when we started this program, this show, we weren't out to look for awards or anything like that. It's to bring the news, more in-depth stories that you don't hear in a local newscast, especially for the Black and brown communities. We're here to just serve the community. And I think once you serve, that's when you will be recognized. So it's an honor to be recognized by this organization. And so we're just honored. And to your point, Marilyn, the big shiny trophies where would they be at next week? Where would they be at a year from now? Up on your shelf, collecting dust. So where our mission continues to tell the stories, to get the information out to those who need it.
Griot Drum, I know you all always not only honor journalists, but you just honor people in the community as well. Kenya, if you can kind of talk to, I know we have the late Gwen Henderson, who will be honored, and Fred Hearns. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't even be where I am today if it wasn't for Fred Hearns.
Wow.
Senator Arthenia Joyner, love her.
Pioneer in this community. Such a pioneer.
Amazing. Gwendolyn Reese, who even just from reading this has done some amazing work. Senator Darrell Roussan, who I feel like instantly becomes my uncle every time I see him. There's a speech that comes with the hello, how are you? And then it's like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go again. Here we go. Can you speak to all of the honorees and why you all decided to honor these particular people this year?
So let me state that being on the planning committee for Griot, this part of the planning was it got interesting. And I say that because the list was so long. When we decided we were going to honor local community heroes, everybody came with like 20 people, right? Like, oh, we got to honor so-and-so. Oh, what about so-and-so? Narrowing down this list, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some people probably weren't talking to each other for a couple of days.
That's the real team.
Listen, it got me, but it's a testament to, we are so blessed to be in an area where we've got a spillover of folks we can recognize and honor.
Yeah.
Like, there's no shortage, right? So many folks have contributed so much to the Tampa Bay area, and they've made life here so much better for all of us. And so trying to find a way to say just thank you, it just got, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so when we start planning for next year, I'm gonna get a jump on my people that didn't make the cut this year, like, cause so-and-so gotta get their flowers. But the folks that we are gonna be honoring next Thursday, when I tell you, I get a little choked up thinking about, because like you guys, I've either interviewed or have had some kind of interaction with all of these folks. And so to know that they're getting their flowers from an organization that I love, I just can't tell you how much pride I have about that, knowing that for a lot of these folks, oh goodness, I'm starting to get a little misty, but because I got some stories. Okay, I was a freelance writer for a long time. I cannot tell you literally how some of these folks make sure I ate. Right, they can call me or send me a text and give me tips. Hey, so and so, this is going on with such and such. You might want to talk to so and so. Like, for them to be getting recognition for TBABJ because I threw their name in the hat, or somebody else threw their name out and I seconded or whatever. I just cannot tell you how proud I am to know that TBABJ is going to honor these folks. But this started a while back. We've always did some type of recognition of folks locally. We recognize women in media. The Black media, the history of the Black press was 150 years. Some years ago, we recognized local Black media. So we've always tried to take some time and kind of look around and say, hey, who is it that we can, give honors to and say thank you? And so, excuse me, the one that we did after COVID recognized just the doctors and healthcare professionals and folks who were on the front lines, making sure that our communities were safe and healthy and got the information that was necessary. And so this year's Griot is kind of right up there for me with the one we did after COVID, where we're just taking the time to just say, thank you so much. You've done so much, and we certainly, appreciate you. And so we just feel like that it's just really important to make sure that you're, just like we do with the awards, we're wanting to make sure that our local journalists are recognized and that they get the honors that they deserve. The same with, community leaders as well.
I can't wait to see the students.
Who
get their scholarships. Was it students from USF and UT applied?
Yes.
So here's the thing. Yes, to answer your question in short.
Okay. We
opened it up, right? I'm not sure about this year. I didn't work so closely with the scholarship end. But I think we had to extend it once. Okay. So what that says is, I don't know what it is. We literally say, hey, free money. Fill out this application, answer this or whatever, and we're going to give you money. We're going to put it in your hand. We're not even sending it to the school. I cannot tell you how many times we've had to literally kind of,
push people to apply.
To apply. Please
baby,
apply,
y'all ain't got to push this one right here.
Now, what is it? Now, are these students high school students or college? College? Okay.
Yeah, college. Struggling.
College students. Yeah.
Struggling. Maybe
you had to extend it?
Scholarship.
We had to extend it.
Yeah. Listen, we've had to do that several times. Like, we had to extend the deadline. Like, we don't have any applicants, or we've had a couple of folks say, well, I was going to apply, but I don't think. Just put the application in. Just do it.
Yeah. Now, are these current broadcasting, communication, journalism majors?
Yes. They are.
Yes. And that's part of the qualifications, correct? Shoot, because I was about to tell my daughter to apply. She's
the thing is,
if you have an extent, I'm just saying. I know she's an accounting major, so she wouldn't have qualified anyway. So,
but listen,
if you're giving out money like that,
if she minors in journalism, it could fit, you know.
Yeah.
Not minor in journalism, just to get a scholarship. I'm gonna take on 18 more credits so I can get a scholarship, baby. That's what I'm.
But we've actually awarded like hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship.
Yeah.
Like it's really like that, you know, at the end of the day.
And the check really goes straight to you. I'm speaking from personal experience.
Yeah.
Right. And so it really is when you consistently do something like this, and then you have the opportunity next year. So that's what's to keep in mind. Apply early, buy your tickets early for Griot because we're moving.
Yeah. I'm one of them that didn't get a ticket. Ooh. Hey y'all.
You're
do
one
y'all
of
have
two.
any extra tickets?
One or two.
Do you have any extra
One
tickets?
or two.
Y'all ain't got no extra
I'm
tickets.
sorry. I can't help. Usually I can say, yeah.
Can I stand at the door?
There's no standing room.
I can't stand at the door.
We'll get it
I don't
taken
need a
care
plate.
of. We'll
And
get it taken care of.
I've been involved in Griot ever since I moved here, which was in 2010. I want to say, somebody can certainly correct me. I want to say this is the first time we've been sold out.
Wow.
Before the very first time. We come pretty close. First time we've been sold out. So
I really feel like y'all could just move like
one or two chairs in there.
no.
Get one or two extra chairs.
I'm
Just
going to
sit on the
defer to
side.
Madam President.
In my defense,
You were out.
I was out.
Out of town?
I was out. I was intermittently so there were times where I would just leave my work phone on the charger plugged up and I wouldn't be home for 2 weeks or something like that. And
Must be nice.
yeah. So then you come back and you're like, oh, you're nominated for something and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then it went in the back of my head and then you get back and you're like, oh, I didn't get the ticket.
I have no excuse because
You
Marilyn
don't.
You
and I
have
been
no excuse.
because I do this job, but then I do 3 other jobs. So
Nah, no excuse.
But no, Marilyn and I have been working. Let's talk a little bit more about the fundraising event portion of the show. You want to dive a little bit into that, Marilyn?
Yeah, so it's the premier fundraising event of the year. And I do also, while we have time, I want to make sure I do this. I want to shout out our sponsors.
Yeah.
Because,
Yes,
please.
please.
Without them, we don't know what this would necessarily look like. By the grace of God, we were able to pull in a lot of sponsors.
Oh.
So Coke Florida, thank you so much.
Like Coca-Cola?
Coke Florida, them
Period.
Tampa Bay Rays, them good old Rays. Thank y'all so much. Duke Energy.
Okay.
And the Foundation for a Healthy St. Petersburg. So,
Okay.
Local entities, national, very, very, very important work that they were able to recognize. And, I'm at the post office weekly. Miss Sandra is texting me, Marilyn, go check the mail, go check the mail, go check the mail. And, we're being blessed. People are recognizing the work that we're doing and they're holding it down. So, we want to celebrate the excellence in the community and to have these corporations acknowledge that is really dope. So, yeah.
That is.
Yeah. Massive fundraising events. So,
Okay.
great.
Now, what about for next year? Do you all feel you can always use more sponsors, right?
Yes.
But what's the approach, I guess, for next year? Is it any different? Are you hoping to maybe get some sponsorship or get some backing from other organizations and corporations?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say absolutely. And it's never going to we're never going to lessen our approach from this year.
Yeah.
Especially under this leadership. Madam President is going full speed ahead. You know what I mean? And we're backing her, obviously, because we know how important the work is. We know the value that lies in it. And so I'm never going to say, no, we don't need any more sponsors. Chaplain, come on. Run it.
If you're listening to this and you would like to help sponsor TBABJ's Griot Drum Awards next year, it is time. The time is now.
Look at Kenya.
So back to
Well, before you ask that question, we'll take a quick break,
Another
guys.
one?
Yeah, we got to take our second break. So we'll be right back, people.
I gotta get used.
We are back. WFLA Now Studios with Rooted in Progress. I'm your host, Terrence Middlebrooks, along with the lovely Deanne King. We also have WFLA's evening reporter, Marilyn Parker.
Okay, I just wanted to see if he was gonna get a name right.
Yes.
He was
come
struggling.
on.
He
You
was
know,
like,
I always, I
would've
know
had
Miss Parker.
problems.
And then we got Kenya Woodard. Kenya, how are you?
Good.
I have to ask Kenya because Kenya's joining us via Zoom for those that are out there listening, and we
Yes.
just want to make sure she's still with us
Yes,
and not
I'm
dropped
here.
out.
Kenya, we appreciate you joining us. So we're talking about the Griot Drum Awards, Tampa Bay Association of Black Journalists. Do we know what year this is?
What?
Like,
no.
How many Griot Drum Awards there have been?
I don't know that.
So my understanding is that there's pretty much always been a Griot drum almost since TBABJ was established. But we had this conversation. It's so funny. We had this conversation on a planning call last week, and nobody could really narrow down, is it the 23rd or the 36th?
Because I really want to say, is the last one that TBABJ had was the one that I hosted?
I think so.
Yes, that might have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
What year was that? Do you know?
2020.
Right after COVID, right?
Right after COVID. Yeah. 21.
Wow.
So
21.
My question is, if I'm new to Tampa, how do I get involved?
Yeah.
And why?
Okay, so your first stop would be tbabj.com. That is our digital home. You can find information about events, upcoming happenings. Also, that is where you can get information about membership. Remember, you do not have to be a journalist to be part of TBABJ. Excuse me. So there are memberships for professionals, if you are a journalist or not. We also include students because we don't yet have a TBABJ camp chapter at either of the universities that are here. So, but that's okay. In due time. In the meantime, if you are a student and you're looking for a community among fellow journalists, please, by all means, reach out to us and connect with us. Yeah. I'll let you in a little secret. We actually love the babies more than anybody else.
No, for real. That's how I felt. That is literally how I felt when I was in college at USF and a part of TBABJ. So parents, if you're listening and you have a child at USF or the University of Tampa or even HCC, and they're on the track to getting a degree in journalism, St. Pete College, St. Leo, any of those, please tell your child to get out of their room, get out the club, and go to TBAB, get off TikTok,
and apply for these scholarships.
Apply for the scholarship, but also get involved and be a part of it. I want to ask the both of you, Marilyn, you can start. What do you think has been the most beneficial thing for you personally by being a part of NABJ and TBABJ as a whole?
I think it goes back to when I was a student. Yeah. And so I will think of it as I was a part of North Carolina A&T's chapter of the Association of Black Journalism. And from then I knew I had home and community and support systems. And so as a college student, we were going to the convention trying to see what was up. You know what I mean? It wasn't just sports task force parties. It was networking and trying to figure out, I actually have to work when I get out of school. And so I had a community of people ready to back me up in the conventions. They were just outstanding. And now that I'm here, again, I knew I had to get involved as soon as I got back in this area. Even at my last job when I was working in Jacksonville, they started to form an organization. So shout out to them. Forming these organizations is so important. And we would love to support any students who are efforting that on your campuses and even HBCUs. So I know, we don't have any local, but, those at FAM and Bethune and Edward Waters, if you're from this area, you come home for the summer, volunteer with us, get involved, you know what I mean? And make that effort. I think that is so important because I know where my help can come from.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that these organizations continue to thrive when we show that intention yet again in supporting our youth because we're the ones who carry the organization forward, who I would never think that I would be the secretary of this. You know what I mean? And like seeing what Rod Carter has done and, everybody like watching Emerald and, everybody just snapping, like, just going off. And even the Orlando chapter, oh my goodness, I forget about the Orlando chapter. Like they are just phenomenal. And so having that collaboration is so, so important.
Yeah. Well, what about for you, Terrence?
Well, and for me, I'm always behind this. I've always been behind the scenes in my throughout my career. I worked in production, directing, producing, all of that. And so for me, I'm all about giving back. So when I go into a lot of these production trucks, these big 18-wheelers, and you got all these TV monitors, and, you know, you meet crews from all over the country, from ESPN, NFL, so on and so forth. It's very rare I run into one or two guys that look like me. So it's important. I go around to these schools and I talk to kids about the production. You don't always have to be in front of the camera.
Right.
So hats off to this organization because for a long time I thought you had to be a journalist. No. You had to be in front of the camera to actually be a part of it, until I joined here in Tampa. When I realized, that's when I ran across beat writers, I ran across editors, producers, those that are behind the scenes like myself. So now my journey is to show kids. My son is president of the Kappa League here in Tampa, other organizations that my kids have been involved with. I always try to at least give them a tour of the TV station. So I'm saying this to those who are listening, to other association members. If you have an organization, a mentor program, and you want them to get behind the scene looks here in TV production, from both in front of the camera as well as behind, hit us up. We'll bring them. We'll set up a tour and give an outlook on this career with these young folks.
Yeah, I'll say NABJ, as far as the impact on my life, similar to you, Marilyn, and it starts in college. A lot of people, and I get this story a lot, like, how did you become a journalist? Or how did you get your first job? I have a very unconventional way of getting my first job. I did not apply. I got my first job by going to NABJ. Yep. So the convention, I went to the national convention the summer before my senior year in college. Well, technically before my senior semester. Okay. So, because I graduated in December.
What city was that? Do you remember?
New Orleans.
Ooh.
It was New Orleans. I went to New Orleans and had a time, but I forgot it.
Well, we're going to put that to the
side. I went to...
That was a great convention.
It was. I went to that NABJ convention. It was the summer right before I was getting ready to graduate. And I'm just this like young person, like, okay, I'm going to shoot my shot and network. And very green. But I had mentors from TBABJ, one of them being Rod Carter, who kind of helped me navigate that convention and making those connections. Right. I left NABJ convention in New Orleans with 8 job offers.
Come on, Jesus.
I then went to each and every one of those cities. I interviewed at each and every one of those cities, and I got to choose where I wanted to go. Okay. And I ultimately ended up choosing WCBD in Charleston, South Carolina. So because I'm always grateful for this organization, and like you said, being able to be in rooms and get those mentors and be with people who support me, not because of the color of my skin, but because they believe I can do it regardless. Or in spite of the color of my skin. And so that is why I'm grateful for NABJ. Like NABJ truly is the reason why I was even able to get an opportunity to start in this business. Kenya, go ahead and drop some gems. Why are you grateful for NABJ? What's the biggest impact it has had on your life thus far?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to start. I will say that it has been critical for helping me to establish myself here in Tampa, TBABJ, NABJ as well. A lot of folks that I have met over the years at conventions and we've kept in touch, those relationships have become so valuable and such an important part of my life. And I just cannot imagine doing life without either TBABJ or NABJ. Okay. The community, the sense of family, it's just unmatched. And I understand when folks say, no, I've had some terrible experiences with nationals or with TBABJ, whatever, right? I get it. But I implore you, if you are a Black journalist especially, please connect with either the local or nationals or both. Right. Please. They will become so critical to your career and also to your personal life. Do you know how many people have met their spouses at conventions?
Yeah.
And, not me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not me. Still looking, Kenya.
Did you go to Cleveland?
I did not.
Well, you need to be in the house Thursday for sure. You definitely need to be in the house Thursday.
You can't win it if you're not in it.
That's right.
You're right. You are
go to
right.
Atlanta.
Hey, we appreciate the both of y'all for hanging with us, joining us. Also, congratulations.
Yes.
On pretty much reviving and giving new life into this organization and into the Griot Drum Awards. We're excited. And I will be hitting you all up separately to make sure that one of us can be
all
be
of
there
us.
Next Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. If I have to put on
that.
a waiter outfit and just kind of push the dinner in or whatever.
I'm going to direct all of these inquiries to Sandra. I'm going to say, Sandra, somebody going to be calling you. Don't call my phone, please. Oh.
And she will tell you they can call, but me picking up is a totally different thing.
That part.
Guys, thank you so much for your time. Kenya,
Yes.
we really appreciate you accommodating. You're sitting in the car outside your coffee shop somewhere here in the beautiful city of Tampa. We thank you. Miss Parker, I know you got off around midnight last night and you're back.
Yes.
Shout out. I know you probably go
get
hang
some
out
lunch.
and see what you can do around the
Get
station.
a little nap.
No.
You know?
I'm going to go home.
No.
Oh, please,
Okay.
I'm gonna say that
All
for
right.
her.
All right.
You don't get the hell
I
up
know,
out of
right.
here.
I'm
and
going to bed.
Deal with
Quickly.
these people at 2:30.
2:30.
When you're supposed to be here.
Very much
So-
that.
We appreciate
Yes,
you coming in
absolutely.
early
Of course,
before
of course.
your shift.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us on Rooted in Progress.
Welcome back, Deanne. We're glad to have you back.
So happy to be
yes.
back. Looking forward to more of these every
yeah.
week. This is what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So-
I missed y'all. So thank you, Terrence. And thank y'all. We'll see y'all. Okay, wait. Y'all can watch us every Thursday, 9:30.
Yes.
I haven't done this in a minute.
Yeah,
Give me-
every Thursday, 9:30.
Show me
you could,
grace.
you
Give me
could,
grace.
You could catch us on YouTube.
Not live. Live, you can
Well,
catch us on the WFLA Facebook page.
can.
The
Facebook.
WFLA app.
Yep.
Or WFLA streaming app.
Yep.
Naisha is telling us we have to wrap right now, so we'll see you next Thursday at 9:30. Bye.
See you guys. Stay rooted.